Hi everyone. So we are going to discuss about speed, bandwidth, throughput. So why we are discussing? This is the most important things we should know as a fundamental uh, for network engineers, right? So very often we might get listen these words like sometime like bandwidth is utilized more or throughput is actually uh, crashed the threshold limit. Speed is very low. So lot of time we hear these words like sometime as a complaint, sometime as a for upgrading our network. We will hear this word. What is the difference of them? So the speed, actually how fast you are accessing a data from one end to another end. Okay, let's say you are downloading or uploading or accessing some page, like let's say you are loading an e-commerce website like amazon.com. So the speed, right, that is actually speed. So the bandwidth here, the bandwidth is alloc, like you are actually getting it from ISP, let's say Lumen, Comcast. So you will buy from them 100 mbps link. Okay, so let's say you are buying 100 mbps, so that is a fixed one. Okay, so that is theoretically 100 mbps, but in real time, the throughput, actual data transmitted and receiving over over that link is always less than the bandwidth, or sometime maybe equal. Let's say you are using 100 mbps, then maybe your utilization, maybe you can reach 100 mbps the throughput, but in a real time, most of the time, the throughput is always less than the bandwidth. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling why it is most of the time less than the bandwidth, because the throughput is all uh, is the actual data transferred from one end to other end, right? So the throughput, all there are a lot of factors it will be get affect, because the throughput is depends on the network, whole network. Let's say you have in your network router, switches, firewall, load balancer, all will process your packet, right? When you are accessing your internet, or someone is accessing your application inside your data center. So when something is happening, the whole network is actually processing. Like let's say your links are utilized, your CPU of the resources like devices is utilized, and each and every components are interconnected in the network. So uh, here the throughput will affect by network congestion, right? So on the same link, you have one link and all the traffics are going and coming on the same link. So network congestion will happen. Due to the network congestion, throughput will get affected, and packet loss can happen. And due to some bad cable or something is not rightly works there, and some latency, and device performance and protocol overhead. What is protocol overhead? You are running some protocol, right, like routing protocol, let's say OSP or BGP, HSRP for gateway level redundancy. And so these all protocols also consume some resources just to work, right? So these all the factors will affect the throughput and speed. As I said initially, it is it is actually the way how you are actually, how fast you are accessing the data based on the bandwidth. Okay, so that will also varies. So speed is how fast you are actually accessing a data, like downloading and uploading. Bandwidth is your available bandwidth, you take it from ISP. And throughput is actual data transmitting over the link. So it is bidirectional like TX and RX. Because in modern network, if we are buying a 100 mbps link, it is most of the time it is a full duplex, right? In modern, everyone is using full duplex only. So in this case, full duplex means at the same time we can transmit and receive 100 mbps data. Okay, so the speed is can vary based on your available bandwidth. And you can, this is a something a full duplex, so you can send and receive same time 100 mbps. And it all depends about your network condition. If your network is really upgraded and you have everything and works without any issue, then you your throughput may reach 100 to 100, but it is in theoretically. But in real time, uh, as I said, like the protocol will utilize some resources, and device needs something to perform the inspection, like routing, switching, or NAT. And there might be some packet loss, retransmission, and so there are a lot of factors which will affect the throughput. So you can say like the bandwidth throughput is always less than bandwidth. Let's say if throughput you have a 100 mbps link, it will be sometime very the you can use the throughput fully, but in most cases based on the real time scenarios, it will be less than the throughput will be utilized less than the bandwidth. Thank you guys. I will come up with another session with a different topic. Bye.